Yo guys, welcome back to another video here at TraderJourney, and today I'm just covering off some further details and trading plans which I've been looking over the past 2 days, and I'm just briefly going to touch on the AMD play, as we have seen the stock move considerably since we last did the update yesterday. So I just want to do a quick update as to what we're expecting to happen here, and as you can see, I've tried to make it as simple as possible on this 4-hour chart. You can see it's come out of a previous demand zone, which was actually a previous supply zone. If I go down to a smaller chart time, you'll be able to understand what's happening here. So you can see there was a sell-off back on the 2nd of December during this sort of range and price level, but we saw it break through today, and it has reached all-time highs. So current all-time high is 97.95. I am still bullish on this particular stock, however it is overextended at the moment, and I do expect a pullback over the next coming days or potentially week. But for the overall months and years, I am definitely going to be still bullish on this stock, but I do expect a healthy pullback after this long run from demand, daily demand, 4-hour demand on the 10th of December. So it was a continuous run, and if you had played this a bit more riskier, you would have known this is a huge area of demand on the 10th of December. As we've seen previously, it caused a huge upside into the daily supply. So as it's breaking supply now, it's definitely going to reach newer highs and continue to test at all-time highs. But I do, as I said, I do expect a slight reversal or a pullback in the coming days, but overall still bullish. But just wanted to give you a quick update before I catch up with you guys on another future play which I'm very interested in at the moment, and that is in fact the Amazon stock. So right now Amazon is in an asymmetrical triangle, which it is actually primed for a huge move. The reason being is the asymmetrical triangle is on a 4-hour chart, and as you can see here, there are a couple of ways you could potentially draw this triangle, but this is thereabouts basically the most accurate possible way you could draw it. And as you can see, it is trying to squeeze here as it exits the triangle. So as some of you might know, is if it exits this asymmetrical triangle, it could potentially go to the upside or to the downside. So that's probably one of the risks with this particular play. However, if we do get confirmation and it does come out of this triangle, we should expect a very large move to either side. So my thoughts are that the minimum you would expect this stock to move from an asymmetrical triangle is back to the previous high or previous low of that triangle, and potentially even past it. So because this particular asymmetrical triangle is on a 4-hour chart, it will take some time before you actually see the move, because you'd actually have to wait days, not minutes, to actually understand if this is in play or not. So for me, this is going to be one of the biggest moves for a long time on Amazon. If you look at previous sort of technical analysis here, you haven't seen an asymmetrical triangle as big as this. So my sort of plan would be that as soon as it comes out of this triangle on either side, we do need to wait for extra confirmation, because it's going to be such a huge move either to the downside or the upside. You want to make sure it is clearly out of the triangle before entering the trade. So I would imagine, based on how Amazon's doing currently, its operational profit, and how successful it's been during COVID, I would expect a move to the upside. However, if it does come at a time where the economy is still struggling and there's further news maybe creating some bearish sentiment, I would expect this to drop off. But we'll have to wait and see over the coming days as to how this plays out, because I'm expecting in the next couple of days to maybe even next week, we will see potentially that move play out. Now, what I would say is, if you are looking to play this particular trade, you need to make sure, because this is on the 4-hour chart, you need to buy a contract with at least 3 or 4 weeks till expiration. So judging from how the largest move to the downside, for instance, we saw a move from all-time highs, in fact, on the 2nd of September all the way to the 21st of September. So that's roughly 3 weeks. So judging that type of move that's happened, and judging previously from larger moves, 30th of June to 13th of July, it's taken 2 to 3 weeks for the stock to make such a move. This is on the 4-hour chart, as I said. So as soon as it goes to either way and it's past one of these key levels, we would expect a much larger move either to the upside or downside. Right now, I'm quite bullish on Amazon due to how successful they've been during COVID. So I'm going to put it out there and think that this stock potentially might get to 4,000 or even past that, because this is looking like a clear large move that's going to happen. So if it's to the upside, I'm expecting huge gains, just purely based off this particular technical analysis and how well Amazon have been doing. But for whatever reason, if the market decides that this is going to come down, then I will wait for confirmation after 3016, and then I will play it all the way to the downside to potentially 2795, depending on the profit margins and what I'm happy to take the money off the table. But it will be a risky trade because obviously Amazon likes to move a lot, so it isn't going to be, if you've got the capital, then this is going to be a nice trade to play. But we need to wait for extra confirmation, as it is quite a volatile stock, especially when you get to these ranges. But like I said, it is squeezing here, so as soon as it comes out this triangle, asymmetrical triangle, we should expect a very large move. So stay tuned on the channel, guys. I will be updating this particular trade over the coming days, so every day I'll touch on an update on this particular trade. But this is going to be hopefully the largest move we've seen on Amazon in a long time. So some of the previous big moves we've seen was after the COVID, the market reversed after the COVID situation globally. So we saw that reversal. So that was a huge move up to the upside of 2418 to 1628. So it was almost a $900 move, which is insane. So for options contracts, the profit percentages are going to be incredible if you get this particular trade right. Now keep in mind, guys, for any of you beginners, that this trade will be quite expensive, because contracts for Amazon have been based off the stock price on its own, you can tell these contract prices are going to be expensive. But if you play it right, it's going to pay off, but you'll need to keep your stop loss pretty tight if you're worried about losing any capital. So I just wanted to bring you that update for today, guys. It's an interesting play, but it's one I've been keeping my eye on for a while. As it touched these particular points on this asymmetrical triangle, it was clear what was in play here, and it's just getting itself set up for a very big move. So keep it locked on the channel and across my social media, especially Instagram, as I'll be keeping you guys posted with this move. I'm pretty excited to see what happens with it, but we'll have to wait and be patient for the setup to be absolutely perfect for us to make this trade. And that's all I really want to cover on the channel today. So thanks very much for joining in. For all the new subscribers, if you haven't checked out my Instagram as yet, I do update and I'm quite active on there. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a question there as well. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Goodbye.